can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah, yeah.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. EA. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe my sins. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Henry! It's the coach.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Century Link Field here in Seattle. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Now Rosen looking to throw, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And his first carry, loses the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Rosen off the play action. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ivey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Khalil Mack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now Rosen to throw on second down. He goes underneath to Ingram. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
He's got his target. It's Cobb. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
This is caught. It's Ryan Brand. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Barkevius Mingo in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They go play action now. Wilson. They shakes him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ingram again, a first down carry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Charles, this was the 27th ranked rushing attack coming in. That play sort of shows why.
Yeah, and I have to admit that I'm a little bit surprised because they have talent on the line. They get talent in the backfield, but for whatever reason, they can't mesh it together and make progress.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
To throw is Rosen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are in for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. On first down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Check 50, check 50.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. K.J. Wright able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
14.
Here's Wilson to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On second down, Rosen looking middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Green 39.
A give to Henry. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Returnable for Lockett. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Wilson. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now Wilson on second down. And this is caught at the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that takes us from second to third down. On third and goal, Wilson, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a fourth and goal. So we are at halftime here in down. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he just had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Rosen will throw. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Rosen now off the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, It always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so they can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A strong running. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson steps away, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks add on to their lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Now Wilson. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Caught by Cobb. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it again with Henry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Barkevious Mingo in that time on the tackle. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit there for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either. Now, that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those. So that run there, I guarantee that's a clip and save as they move forward and look towards the next game. And he'll tell his team, this is what we're looking for. This is what we planned for. Let's have more of this to start games as opposed to getting it at the end.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a bit closer.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And out now come the Seahawks. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Wilson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
first down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back down to the 25. Jerry Hughes on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Wilson throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's Wilson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Wilson wants to throw it. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares?
There goes Mark Ingram. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And on the ground they go with the running back. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Wilson rolling to his right. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Wilson to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go. 3-19.
Throwing now is Rosen. And incomplete on the deep ball. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. First down now, but that clock rolling. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it.
Here we go. Blue landed.
Now it's Rosen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
And he spikes it with just a shade under a half a minute left. 29 seconds on the clock.
Let's go.
Rosen to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Gone.
And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now Rosen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the